What's up, y'all? Jason here representing Raptor Reptiles. It's 2017. We're about to get it done this year. Things are starting to look back up again. Had a couple mishaps last season, but hey, it's just all about learning, being in the hobby, being around it. Don't regret anything. So with that being said, brought you guys a special unboxing today for 2017. So I know I always say that this is going to be the last one. Well, I think this is really going to be the last one for a while here. So without further ado, keep this one a little bit suspenseful here. It's about 4 o'clock here, so a little late on the delivery here. Had nothing to do with the breeder I purchased the dragon from. Things happen. UPS and FedEx, sometimes they run late. They can't get the animal on the shipment, but hopefully we'll see how this baby girl is doing. So let's open her up. I don't want to leave her in here any longer than she needs to be. She's already had a long transit, pretty much cross country. Alright. I know she was packed correctly though, because I was talking back and forth with the breeder all day. They were doing updates with UPS as well as myself, so we pretty much did everything we could to make sure that she would get here safely. Let's see. For me. Perfect. It's good. It's a little cold here. It's about 36 degrees here since I'm in New York, but we had a shipping window. Alright, so heat pack's still good. Hopefully this baby girl is alright. Here she is. Definitely cold. Hope she's alright. Barely. Just in time. She is absolutely freezing, which is sucks, man. These guys, they don't understand the importance of it. I hope she's gonna be okay and pull through. Just try and warm her up here just with my own body heat for a second, and then I'm probably gonna let her body temp adjust to what is inside of the house right now, which is about 70 degrees, and then I'm gonna throw her in a bath. Wow, ice cold. This is a special dragon too, so I'll show you two guys when she's doing a lot better. But she is a Hypo Zero, and you probably can't see right now because she's just barely clinging on to life here, and she has solid black eyes, but like I said, you can't see, so it's really rare that a Hypo dragon would have solid black eyes. Hope she's gonna be alright. It's a good sign that she's still clinging on. So what I'm gonna do is pause the video and then we'll get into some more stuff. I'll do an update on her. I hope she makes it. Alright guys, sorry about that. The new Bubba definitely took priority over the video. Just wanted to unbox it in front of you. Update though, she's looking a lot better. I'm just going to let her chill out. She's coming back to life. Let her warm up here for the next half hour. Then I'll throw her in a bath and then we'll go from there. But I think she's going to make it. Just got cold. I mean, it's just part of the territory here. But yeah, so I didn't make a video. A New Year's video. I've been a little bit behind as usual. But yeah, 2016, you know, kicked off. Great year. I think I put out a lot of good content for you guys. I hope you all enjoy it. You know, all the hard work me and Kate put into everything. Kind of running out of like informative video, so I think the what you know, this channel is kind of going to be more tailored to this year. Is we're going to start exploring genetics, you know, ethics of breeding, good breeding practices, and anatomy of these amazing creatures, you know, and their structures, and go over all that stuff. That's why I just pulled out Ivy here, one of my creations. Amazing dragon, translucent, 100% het hypo, 50% het wit, produced out of Salem and Mellow, so definitely far outcrossed, and we'll get into, you know, inbreeding and outcrossing, and, you know, stuff that we should be doing to try and further the species here. You know, I'm still learning too, so I definitely picked up a lot of books though, you know, about genetics, just animal breeding in general. You can never have too much knowledge, and remember, knowledge is power. Don't always go off of what everybody else tells you, because, you know, a common practice I see is, you know, someone will do something one way, the other person does it another, and then it's like a huge battle and argument, who's right, who's wrong. Do what works best for you. Do your own research. You know, it's like anything in life. If I tell you, you know, I run only 2 miles a week, and, you know, I lost 20 pounds in a month, and somebody else does the exact same thing and says they gained 5, there you go, right there. So, you know, what works for me and what works for somebody else may not be the case. You know, that was just a little quick scenario there, but you can play that out, you know, with all different aspects of life. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Obviously, like I always discuss, you know, I'm a busy man. Definitely been getting a little bit more hate on, you know, not just this channel, but my Instagram, Facebook. You know, get a couple threats here and there. I mean, I don't find that stuff entertaining, and I take it quite serious. So if you're gonna act like that, you're gonna catch yourself with a quick block. And I'm done with it, because I'm not playing childish games here. So this channel is going to just, you know, it's going to be, you know, reviews on products, reviews on different breeders, you know, that I bought from, and, you know, just studying the animals. It's something that a lot of people overlook. But one thing I will not do is, I even contemplated taking that breeding video down, is there's too many people asking me breeding questions. I'm not answering any of them, period. That's for you to do. You do your own research. You already know my thoughts on it. It's not easy. It's a very tough hobby. If you have a full-time job, if you're 16 years old, you have no business breeding whatsoever, period, point blank. I don't care if you're the smartest kid in the world and have unlimited funds. You shouldn't be breeding. You're not mature enough. You don't know what to do. And I'm not dealing with little kids anymore. So if you want to purchase a dragon from me and you're under 18, have your parents get in contact with me and we'll work it out. Also, make sure you have that money in hand, because I'm not gonna, you know, waste, you know, a full week sending you pictures and all this stuff, and then you tell me you're gonna buy it 2 months from now. More than likely the dragon's not gonna be there in 2 months, and you just wasted both of our time. So that's something that ticked me off. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna be real quick on this block. I'm gonna be tailoring this channel, I think, more towards adults. I'm kind of over the kiddie drama and all that stuff, you know. Stop asking me to sex your dragon and what morph it is. There's so much information out there. If you're not going to put in any research, you know, information does not have to be given. I don't have to give you any information that I have obtained. Zero. I don't have to do it, but I do it anyway to try and help you guys out. But when you're asking me dumb questions that you can find out on your own, then I'm not going to help you, and that's just the way it's going to be. Ivy was getting a little feisty, so we're going to pull out my other girl, Scarlet, also produced here out of Big Bubs and Mellow. So like I said, these are 2 products and proof of, you know, I'm doing good pairings, and, you know, I'm trying to do the best here. I'm moving slow, and that's the thing. People, you know, you want that overnight result. It's not going to happen. To start your own line and get it to where you want to be, it could take, you know, I would say 5 years minimum, maybe even longer. most of the good breeders that are at the top have been doing this for 20 plus years. So that just goes to tell you, I'm new to the game, but you know, I jumped in, you know, 2 feet in, and like I said, I do have some, I don't regret anything, but there's definitely things I could have done differently, and now I learned. So now I kind of have a perfect idea now of what to do. But the reason I say I don't regret anything is because, you know, I hatched out 250 dragons, and that experience I got in 1 year put me where I am now. And now I have, you know, great fundamentals. I know exactly what I need to do. You know, I have some pairings lined up, but like I said, it's going to be slow. So my goal this year is I may hatch out, you know, maybe 60 babies. That's it, and I'm holding them. And my prices are going up, by the way, too. I feel like what I was putting out and what people wanted to pay, I'm hooking everybody up with these sick deals, and you know, that's great. I'm glad I could help you guys out. But now, after seeing all the time, effort that goes into it, they got to go for more, and I want them to go to good homes. So the prices I put them for, if you can't afford that, then you can't afford to care for a bearded dragon. Also, stop messaging me that pictures of your dragon, it looks sick, what do I think? I don't know, man. I can't see it in person. I'm not a vet, I'm not a herpetologist, I'm just a collector, you know, and a hobby breeder. That's it. It needs to go to the vet, point blank. That's it. Take it to the vet, let a professional evaluate it. You're wasting time for me to get back to you, and sometimes I won't even get back to people like that because I don't want to deter you from going to the vet and then me give you bad information and something happens. I'm not a professional. That's your pet and your responsibility. If something goes wrong, you need to get it to the vet. It may cost you some money, but hey, that's part of the game here. I've spent thousands of dollars on vet bills, bearded dragons, food, supplements, to give them the absolute best I can. All the enclosures I built, everything. It costs money. You can't have a pet and not expect it to be an investment and put money into it. If you love what you're doing, you won't mind spending the money. If you're kind of, I'm not sure, I just want to throw it in the box, you know, feed it once a week and take it out once a month and not clean the cage, it's not going to do much for you. I mean, these dragons, the way they look shows. How much work you put into them really shows. They're not going to look like my dragons if you're, you know, you're not spending, you know, at least a couple hours a day tending to their needs. So, and that just also goes to tell you too, like I said, you know, people do get scammed like myself. It happens. I mean, I've spent thousands of dollars on dragons, and maybe only a handful of them are either going to be breeders or they're going to actually live, you know, a normal life. So just remember that too. When you buy a dragon, you're really taking a gamble. You know, there's really not much you can find out about a dragon at 8 weeks old. That can't even do anything at that age. They're not scanning them before they send it to you. They're not making everything's perfect. That's why I tell you, to increase your chances to have, you know, a healthy and strong dragon, you need to go to these really reputable breeders out there. When you start kind of walking that fine line, you want that sick deal, it's too good to be true, it always is, like I said, that's when you get scammed. So from now on, there's only a select few breeders I'm going to deal with. I rather pay, you know, what the animal is worth, and, you know, get my money's worth that way. It's not worth looking for that sweet deal, because in the end you're going to lose money. You're either not going to be able to breed the animal, it's not going to live to adulthood, you're going to spend more money on vet bills. Most of these breeders don't want to pay you an extra dime. A lot of them, once they sell you the dragon, that's it. You lose contact with them. They don't want to hear from you. They don't want updates, nothing. So if that happens, I would recommend staying away from them. So yeah, I don't want this video to drag on too far. I'm going to do at the end. So like I said, the dragon I got, she's a Hypo 0 with solid black eyes. So the hypomelanistic trait is supposed to pull, you know, white pigment out, kind of give the dragon a lighter look. So the fact that this dragon is not a translucent dragon, with some of the traits are them having the solid black eyes, she's just a hypo, but she has what they think is a mutation in the eye, which is causing her pupils to be solid black. So it's kind of cool. I mean, this is probably the closest dragon you can get to a black-eyed leucistic anything. So when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get this dragon. This is the collector quality dragon I've been looking for. Kind of spoke to me. I contemplated it for like a week. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything, because the second I say I want it, I'm gonna purchase it. I know the way I am. And Kate was like, we don't need any more, it's too much. But you know, I couldn't pass it up. It's just, she's gonna fit in perfect here. She looked great from, you know, she was cold when I pulled her out. You know, they do slow down. She's looking great. I'm looking at her right now, warm up. Give her another about 15 minutes in there before I put her in a bath and put her in her enclosure. But definitely going to be a cool addition here. So yeah, she's definitely going to make it. So at the end of the video, I'll show you guys some footage of her in the bath, and I'll show you her eyes and everything. And then I got to get her right in the enclosure because I do want her to reach her peak temp. So like I said, with that being said, in the comments below, you know, write what you liked from last year. You can write what you didn't like. Tell me what more stuff you want to see going forth in 2017. Give me some ideas. I'm going to try and be a little bit more proactive, you know, as my work schedule allows me. I don't have many dragons left anymore. And as usual, stay tuned for more. Alright guys, here she is. Thanks Josh and Tracy from Phantom Dragons. It's doing a lot better with that eye. So you can see she's hypo 0. So that was 1. Let me see if I can get the other. So she's got 2 solid black eyes as a hypo 0. No nips, nothing. She's gotten a little tussle, so she's got a little scuff mark on her face, but that stuff will shed right out. Amazing dragon. Such a young age too. Perfect anatomy. Great structure. That little cutie. Gotta think of a name for her though. But whew, got a little nervous when I pulled her out. Never had a dragon that cold before, but these guys are pretty resilient. But let's take all this in right here. I don't think there's too many of these even in the whole world, to be honest with you. I mean, I've seen some of them, but I don't think it's that common. So regardless, definitely a perfect collector dragon for myself here. Like I said, I'm kind of going to be getting more back into the collecting and just enjoying my dragons. I'm not going crazy with too many different pairings, but perfect specimen right here. There we go. I don't want to stress her out too much though. So thanks again guys. Hope you all enjoyed. More stuff to follow in 2017. So stay tuned for more.